What's up guys, your boy Obi Eats, and welcome back to another episode of Best Food Spots here in Southern California. In this episode, we're gonna be checking out the best Japanese restaurants here in the South Bay. The South Bay consists of Torrance, Gardena, and so many other cities in this beautiful area of Southern California. I'm pretty excited because there's a rich history behind the Japanese people coming to this part of LA, migrating here because of major players like Toyota, Honda, and building out this city in terms of plazas and community. And of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay in the know. Without further ado, let's go. Alright guys, we're here at our first spot on our best Japanese food spots here in the South Bay. We're actually here in the city of Torrance, a major player in a huge Japanese population. And of course, what comes with that is amazing food. So we're here at Curryfornia, a no-nonsense curry spot where they specialize in homemade curry, just like how it is in Japan. It used to be an okonomiyaki spot, but they soon transitioned to a curry spot. And honestly, they're serving some of the best curry here in the South Bay. So without further ado, let's go check it out. All right guys, the way it works is they have a POS system in the front, and it's a no-nonsense, pretty much. You order the food first and it comes out afterwards. So let's go ahead and go right into it. I'm gonna go and get the curry order. Medium white rice, red pickles, because that's a must, fried onions, and you know what, we're gonna do the boiled egg. Now we're gonna go down to additional toppings. Now I personally like a pork cutlet. I think pork cutlets are just way better. It has that strong pork texture you're looking for, and that crispness on the top is just perfect. So let's do a pork cutlet on top, and then we're just also gonna add a Japanese sausage. If you know, you know, Japanese sausages just taste different. We're gonna do a medium spice level because we're not trying to burn our booty hole.
Oh, hot, 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 hot. Hot, 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 hot.
And that's it for a total of $26.18 for our entire meal. We're just gonna hit done and pay. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right guys, we got the goods. I'm excited to try out this curry because man, I've been hearing so many good things about it. Like if you're in the Torrance area, you already know about this spot. Like this spot only opens like from Wednesday to Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, forget about it. They're not even here. They're outside. You know what I'm saying? They're not even here. And they're only open from 11:30 to like 2. Those are some hours. They said come for lunch or don't come at all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm excited. Shout out to Sensei, you know, for helping me out with this. All right, we got the delicious medium spice curry, and it's piping hot. Like I'm struggling to hold this real quick. Not just because I'm excited, but it's just hot. That's right, fresh off the pot. My ancestors gave this to the British just for the Japanese to have this. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Look at that. The curry is nice and thick, but look at that. Little chunks of meat in the curry. Do you see that? That's crazy. And this looks like a fatty piece of beef right here. That is nice. Let me just tell you, you won't find that at Kotohira. Okay, Kotohira in America is, I would say, trash. Okay, take it, throw in the trash, okay? And then of course we got the main plate. Now some people do get it with the omelet egg on top, but I decided to opt out for it because I just want to show you just the simpleness of the pork cutlet with a Japanese sausage. And of course you got to get that red radish right there. And of course they bathe this in that panko, kind of a light crunchier texture versus like the regular breading you would find here in America. People recommend getting you the fried onions as a side. I think the fried onions is definitely a plus. If you don't know, a lot of cultures enjoy fried onions, like especially like Indian cultures, they love frying up onions as a nice side dish right there. And of course you got the boiled eggs, and what I like about this, they give you the whole egg. Ramen shops actually just give you a half an egg, which I think is super lame in my opinion, but they give you the whole boiled egg because that's how it's supposed to be. Let me show you real quick the Japanese sausage real quick. Now don't let size fool you. This thing is packed with flavor.
Oh my.
And it just has that kind of unique taste that only Japanese sausage has. The red radish, I think is just a must when it comes to curry. It kind of is a nice way to kind of balance out the flavor. All right, let's pour this whole thing together. So normally what you do is you get the plate and you just drench this all over, and that's how it's done, baby. Look at that. Look at steaming. I burned myself earlier for this. So things I do for you guys. Shout out to Sensei, bro. Shout out to Sensei. Look at that right there. You see that right there? That right there is a thing of beauty. Now I remember the owner telling me this curry recipe is actually Osaka curry. So just like how there's different regions of America cuisine, just like in Japan, there's different areas doing different things and how they do it. The things they do in Tokyo versus the things they do in Osaka, way different, way different. Now, you notice that the curry is just perfectly thick. It coats the rice perfectly, and the rice is cooked perfectly because you can see the individual grains right there. That's a good sign right there. You already know. Make sure to get some of that pork cutlet. And this right here, the perfect bite. I'm gonna blow on it real quick. Pause. You gotta blow in your food, you know what I'm saying? Or it's gonna burn you. Off the bat, the flavors hitting the right areas. And of course, what you gotta do, get some of this red radish. Chase the curry with it, because that's how it's done. And let me show you this Japanese sausage real quick. One of my favorites. When I was traveling in Japan, I was eating this sausage all day. Every morning when I woke up to the free continental breakfast, I was eating these sausages left and right. One in one hand, the other in the other hand. Just imagine that. Cheers. And what I like about Japanese sausage is it has that kind of, what people call it, a snap to the sausage. It just adds that extra kind of like flavor, that, you know, that juice that's locked into the sausage. Almost like a meat boba. Look at that. Panko breading, doused in that curry, piping hot. I'm burning myself for this, but it's just so good. I couldn't stop eating this. Cheers. The pork is cooked perfectly. It's still juicy, and there's like the crunch from that panko. Ooh, can't beat this. But honestly, this curry right here, easily a 9 out of 10, nearly perfect. I think the only thing is missing is the colorful lights, and honestly, the ambiance and everything, and someone call you a gaijin.
G.I. go home. G.I. your country have abandoned you.
But other than that, perfect curry right here. You won't beat this spot. Kokohira can go in the trash, because Curryfornia, doing it right. All right, guys, so we're here at our second spot, Chinchikurin. A very popular spot here in the city of Torrance. They specialize in what we call okonomiyaki, which is basically a Japanese pancake. But it's not like your traditional American pancake. They actually use noodles as the base, and they layer it with that special okonomiyaki sauce, eggs, and so much more. But here, they actually do it really special because they do it Hiroshima style, which honestly, you won't find this anywhere else in Southern California. But without further ado, let's go check it out. Hello, just for two? Yeah. Okay, I think I will do the Hiroshima, and then can I do that with the crispy noodles?
Crispy, okay.
And that's it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. All right, guys, we finally got the goods. Look how big this thing is. This thing is the size of my face right here. Giant size noodle crispy pancake. I got myself the Hiroshima. So basically, layer of crispy iceberg lettuce. They put that delicious otofuku sauce right on top with that delicious fried egg. And this one comes with crispy noodles. Traditionally, it's a little bit more softer, but right now, the popular trend is to get the crispy noodles. I'm ready to dive in. So let's check this out. I'm gonna cut right into it, show you a nice little triangle slice of this thing. Oh, and they really did extra crispy on this one. And this is very much a shareable dish, so you can always bring the whole family out for this, because this thing is massive for one person. But look at this thing right here. Look at that beautiful piece of okonomiyaki right there. The crispy noodles, the cabbage, the egg, the otofuku sauce, green onions, and that dash of seaweed right on top. And of course, they put that dried fish right in there. So we're gonna take a bite of this real quick. But before we do that, it's always best to get one of the Kewpie mayos right on top. And Kewpie mayo is way different from American mayo. I think it's a little bit sweeter in taste. Look at this perfect bite. Cheers. Crunch that you get from the crispy noodles is amazing, and the overall taste, out of this world. The otofuku sauce is what they're really known for, and it's really prominent. And look at this right here. That crispy fish right there you saw right there earlier. Beautiful. Pork right in the middle, you see right there? Nice crispy pork with that cabbage. This is a perfect balanced dish, I'm not gonna lie. Like honestly, one bite, and you feel like you're just transported to Japan. Kind of reminds me of when I was in Japan, and we got to make our own okonomiyaki. Of course, mine was a lot more crude and a lot more terrible actually, but the way they make it here just reminds me like just traveling around, and I was like a little mom and pop shop, and this nice old lady was just making okonomiyaki right in front of me, just like how they do it here. He's gonna get that same great authentic experience, but in the stateside. But yes, this honestly feels like a very authentic experience. That's why if you're ever in the area, check them out, because this thing is out of this world. Why pay $900 in tickets? We could spend 20 bucks for an okonomiyaki dish. This is the only location out of the 3 that are here that actually does the Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki. So this is the only time you can actually get this kind of experience without paying that overpriced airline fee. But yeah, a very close experience, just how they do it in Japan. Definitely an 8 out of 10 experience. A1. Cheers. All right, guys, we're here at our third spot on the best Japanese restaurants in Southern California in the South Bay. We're here at Kotohira restaurant, known for their udon noodles. They can do it hot, they can even do it cold. But since it's the summertime, I'm gonna get some cold udon noodles. This place has been here for 30 plus years, a institution in the South Bay. I'm excited. Let's go inside and let's go check it out.
The salmon and the oyakudon.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, so we got a spread. We're here at this classic Izakaya restaurant. This place has been here for 30 plus years in the Tozai famous plaza in the city of Gardena. So you already know the food is gonna hit. You know, we got a little bit of everything. We got the mackerel right here that's grilled to perfection, just like how they do it in Japan. And actually just found out a lot of Americans don't like mackerel.
What? What the fuck?
They think it's not really a delicious fish, but I beg to differ. Of course, I got the Zaru udon, which is their cold udon. This place is actually known for their udon types. So they have hot, soupy stuff, and of course, their cold soba-style Zaru udon. And then, of course, they got the dipping one too. And I had to get myself a bowl of the oyakodon rice bowl, which comes with the chicken on top, the egg, and the rice bowl right on the bottom. Let me just show you the Zaru udon. This is actually cold udon. They put a little bit of seaweed right on top, but this is actually fresh out of the whole thing right there. Look at that. Perfectly thick noodles. Personally, I love udon. I think udon is a better noodle choice. I like thicker noodle. If you know, you know. It's gonna go well with the set. Right here, we got the mackerel. Now, like I said, a lot of Americans don't like mackerel.
That don't make no sense.
But for me, I love mackerel. Look at how flaky that fish is just by itself. But it's a nice, flaky, delicate fish, seared to perfection, and it's so easy to eat. You can literally eat this with a chopstick because it just pulls apart like that. Perfect right there. And right here, we got the oyakodon bowl right here. This is a very traditional rice bowl in Japan. You can find it in any local restaurant, you know, in the city or in the countryside. It's basically a chicken and egg dish. And the story behind it actually is like a mother and child dish actually. And ever since that kind of like that story has been so popular, the food has also been popular too because of that. But let me just show you this real quick. The chicken and egg dish. The onions cooked to perfection. But let me just take a bite real quick of this because you are not gonna believe how good this thing is. The chicken itself is thigh meat, so it has a nice tender taste to it, but one of my favorites. This right here, the perfect bite. Cheers. This is a very simple dish. They've been doing this for 30 years, so they know what they're doing here. And this is right here, comfort food. Easily an 8 out of 10. Perfectly seasoned chicken. The egg is cooked right, and also that soy sauce flavor from the rice, perfect. Can't get any better than this. Right here, an 8 out of 10. Now for the udon, the way you eat this, you have the udon itself, which is the noodles right here, but you gotta put in the dipping sauce. So what you do is you grab some of the green onion, place it right down in your dipping sauce, grab some of that shredded radish, and get a little bit of that wasabi. If you like a little heat, add more, don't matter. You know, you do you, boo. You know what I'm saying? And just kind of mix it in. And what you do is you grab some of the udon, make sure you get a nice little tug, dip it in the sauce, bring it back up, and it's ready to go. The sauce is perfect, salty just the way I like it. You can taste the radish, the green onions, the wasabi. And you see how I was eating that udon? I was basically slurping the sauce into my mouth. And the way that works is because the noodle acts as a traveling system for the sauce so it doesn't overpower you. Because if you were to dip this whole thing right there and eat it like ramen, you're gonna have a salty experience, I'm telling you that right now. That's why people like to dip it, take it out immediately, and just slurp it like that. But nice cold noodles for this hot summer SoCal weather we're having right now. And since it's a set, it does come with the protein, and my protein of choice is the mackerel. And like I said before, the fish is so flaky, it literally falls apart like that. You can't go wrong with that. What a lot of people do, grab some of the lemon right here and just squeeze right on top. That's how we do it right there. Get some of this radish, get some of the mackerel. This right here, a winning combination. Now, you Americans out there, you gotta try out the mackerel. The mackerel is one of my favorite fishes, and I can eat this honestly all day. And don't worry about the bones, because it's just so easy to navigate. You don't want to worry about it. A 3-year-old can eat this. It's so damn good. The udon itself, freshly cooked, it's not that hard, not that soft, goes so well with the sauce. And then the mackerel combined with all this, definitely a 10 out of 10 experience. Honestly, they've been doing this for 30 years and I can see why they've been in business for so long. Probably one of my favorite restaurants where you can sit down, get an ambiance of Japan, because look around you, you're literally stepping to a whole different country just as soon as you walk into the building. Kotohira restaurant in Gardena, California, definitely a 10 out of 10 experience. And the waiter right here, super amazing, fantastic job. Definitely one of my recommendations. All right, guys, that was the video. We went to Curryfornia for their delicious Osaka-style curry. Shout out to Sensei, because he was amazing in the back, making some of the most delicious, thickest curry I've ever had in my life. Then we went to Chinchikurin for their Hiroshima-style okonomiyaki, Japanese pancakes with that crispy noodle and the otofu sauce that was out of this world. One of my favorites to get here, and honestly, a South Bay institution. And then, of course, we went to Kotohira noodles for their delicious udon-style noodles. You can have it hot, you can have it cold. They can make it your way. Amazing staff, on point, making some of the most delicious Izakaya food I've ever had. And of course, if you like that video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the next one. Peace.